Cows are thirsty today, but Merry Christmas everyone. I hope you've had a great day. It hasn't been Christmas for me yet, but by the time this video comes out it will have been. I've just come and shut these cows in. I'm sort of losing my voice too. It's yeah, I got a sore throat and my voice is on the way out. I was thinking about topping this paddock. Definitely doesn't look the best and it's very, very stalky. Look at all that. It's going to seed and yeah, not the best quality. If you dig down, like down at the bottom here, like that's good quality. That's nice. I did actually get nitrogen on this paddock a while back. So I did think about topping it, but then I went against it and I thought I'll just leave it. The cows can come and get a pick in here. It's not going to come back the nicest, but it is getting dry. So next round, if we haven't had rain, we're supposed to get a little bit of rain over Christmas and the New Year. In between then, we might hopefully get a little bit. Would be a good Christmas present. If we don't get rain then, or if we don't get heaps, at least there'll be something for when the cows come back around next time. That's sort of my theory. Whereas if I go and deck it with the mower, you know, it'll come back good quality, but there'll just be sort of nothing here. So that's my theory behind that. Hopefully it works. So in my last video I said that the old Highland cow died and it was the mother of this big steer here. I think he's 6 or 7, he might be 7 now. He's got a nice set of horns on him. And Buck bought a couple of calves that he's going to put in the freezer later on once they're bigger. And it's quite good that he got them because it's sort of keeping him company. It might have been a little bit funny if he was the only one in this paddock now that his mum's gone, but he seems pretty happy. I also said a while back I need to move this trough, and I do. However, I was thinking that it would actually make quite a good like raised garden. Just fill it with dirt and it would probably take quite a bit of dirt and then we could plant vegetables in it. Although the only bad thing was that it is quite wide, so it would be hard to get into the middle of it. But you could jump up there I guess, or yeah, maybe it's not quite such a good idea. We'll just bury it. It would also be hard to shift like that, so maybe not. Cows are coming in here tomorrow and it's pretty much the same thing. Like it's very stalky, everything's gone to seed. I was wondering about topping it. I was thinking maybe I'll top this paddock, but I might just not. I might just leave it. I'm sort of going to tidy it up, like a few of these weeds. You can see all like the clover underneath. It's nice underneath. Look, there's a bit of grass down there. It also sort of keeps the moisture in the soil a little bit if I left a bit of cover on top. Maybe not heaps, but it'll do something. Plus, like I said, at least there'll be something there for next time if it does go dry. Today's actually Christmas Eve's Eve, otherwise known as the 23rd. So most shops have shut. It is a Saturday now, and there will be a couple, like the balance store in town will have like a skeleton crew on, I think. They're open from after Boxing Day, a couple of days there next week from like 8 in the morning till lunchtime, which is pretty handy because if we need to put a little bit of fertilizer on, and I think I'm going to try, if we do get that rain I was talking about, I might try and get a little bit of fertilizer on. So that's handy. I have ordered some PK. I made sure I was a little bit more organised this year. I ordered it a couple of days ago. I just put the order form through for like the 3rd of January. I'm not sure when the truck drivers are starting or the feed stores are open, but I just thought I'll whack it through and then they can decide when they want to deliver it. So that's sorted. I've got enough there to see me through till like the 7th or 8th, so it should arrive by then. What I do though is I order 12 tonnes, which is a truckload for the first 4 months, and then from January, February, March I order a trailer load, which is 18 tonnes. So they've got to bring a truck and trailer in here now. They have just been doing a truck because I have left this rod and rock sitting in the yard there, which makes it a little bit challenging for the trucks. So today's job is I'm going to move it. Finally, I need to move it, and it's going to be pretty handy because I've got this Scimitar trailer here to help. Don't think I'll get it all on one load, but I should be able to get it all on 2, I'd say, and then I'll show you where I'm taking it in a little bit because I would like to get another unit load at some point, maybe early next month. Easy as. That's like 3.5, close to 4 buckets. I'd say that's enough for there. You probably could fit more on, but I'm happy with that. That rock is quite heavy and I can definitely feel it on the back there. This is where I'm dumping it, just in that race there. What I've got to do is drive through the gate, back down, dump it, and then drive up, then back through the gate because I can't turn around. It's a little bit annoying, but we'll get there. Now I've got to decide where to dump it. It's quite uneven down there. But if I could back down just the right hand side of the fence and dump it down the bottom there, I'm going to just try and push it up. Maybe something like that. Or maybe dump it high and then just push it down with the other tractor. See how I get on. You can see how uneven this race is, but there's kind of a flat spot just in here. If it's flat enough, I might just dump it there. Nah, maybe I'll come up to where I was. Like here somewhere. I think I might, yeah, there. I'm just gonna try there. I think that might be all of it. Oh, it slid off pretty good. Heck, that's awesome. Where this fence is here used to be the boundary, and then Dad bought this deer block which is to the right here 30 years ago. There was a hedge along here which we pulled out probably 5 or 6 years ago. I can always remember this part of the race being really slippery and bad, and I really want to sort of just touch it up a little bit. I'm not going to have enough rock obviously because I'm going to need heaps, and I probably need to go up to about that point there where that gateway is. You can sort of see where the level of the paddock, or where it used to be, sort of where this grass is, and then if I just went straight across it would be sweet, but the water's just been rushing down this sort of channel here and eating away at it. I thought if I do the worst bit with what I've got, at least it's going to help. And it gets really slippery in the winter, or when it rains here. Cows have trouble getting up, they slip over, so they sort of actually just walk up the side here, which isn't too bad. And we try not to put them down here when it is going to rain. So there's only this one paddock at the moment because the other one at the end of this race is in Maize. So they only come down here once every sort of month, and if I sort of do this, that'll certainly help because it's all just sort of clay along there, so it gets quite slippery. But this will help. It's not too bad once you get up the top here. It's fine. There's nice grass in here, so we put the bulls in here and they sort of keep this stuff down. Like I said, from that gateway down is probably the worst, but yeah, this will definitely help. Thought I'd try a little bit more this load, so that's 5 bucketfuls, and I don't think I'd get too much more on there. That'll be quite heavy now. Getting there's a small load left, and then it's all all done. No, I lie, it was another full load, but it's looking good now. I've cleaned it up. There's a little bit left, like a tiny little pile that I couldn't really get. I'm actually hoping to get the digger in and doing a little bit of work in here. So what we're planning on doing is cutting these posts out through to the yard there, so I can use this sort of bay there as a wash down for implements or tractors or whatever. And I was going to get the digger to scrape sort of all the topsoil off through here, not really too much, just give it a bit of a scrape up and a level out, put some weed mat down, and then put some rock, or I'm not sure if we'd use rotten rock or blue rock. Rotten rock's probably fine again, just through there, and level this whole area out, just make it all nice and smooth, and it'll be good for like trucks backing up to the loading ramp too, doing a little bit of work. It's not really like a wasted space, but if we just got it, you know, nicer, we could put implements, you know, attachments through there maybe a little bit, and yeah, it's just, we could do a lot better through here. It looks smarter anyway. I don't think you'll find nicer in the dictionary, but it's what I went with. One of the benefits about these single axle trailers is that they turn real quick. They're so easy to back. One little thing that would be cool, and it's only tiny, is just having another one of these, maybe have it next to it, so you can sort of put your pin in one like that, and then you can put your hydraulic hose in the other. But I suppose it's no big deal, it can just sit through there, because whenever that's out, the jack will be out, or whether, if that was out, the pin would be in, so yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, just the small things. It still looks pretty rough, but it's starting to look better. At least now I can back down. I've got heaps of flat spots to drop off. I was really just trying to fill this channel in where the water was coming down, and then I'll need to put another load just in there, which should sort that out. And then once I get it flat enough the whole way down, then I can work on sort of getting it level. But when you're dropping into those holes, you know, the bucket sort of tilts and it's hard to keep it flat, but it's getting there. I'm pretty happy with it. Now that it's sort of flat down here, I'll be able to tip off going this way. Probably take 3 or 4 loads just in here to smooth that all out. Looks so much better when it's done though. I reckon it'll probably take a whole nother unit load. Probably lose it in there. Like, yeah, it needs a heck of a lot, but I think it'd be worth it. At the end of the day, it'll look amazing when that's all done. There are ruts up here where it's a bit flatter, but I'm not going to worry, because it doesn't worry the cows. It's good grass for like the bulls and stuff in the race there, and you can get by on your motorbikes. But at the top here, there's another intersection, and this needs a heck of a lot of work. Probably you lose another unit load in there easy, if not more. I'm not too worried about getting it completely level across there, but I just want to fill this big hole in here. It would be nice. You can't bring cows up here when it's wet, because this just turns like ice. It's just so slippery, and they struggle big time to get up. So we've got to walk them through this paddock every time, which is really, really annoying. And I wanna fix it. It'll take a few loads, but it'll be good to get that done. And then where it leads out back on to the race here, it also gets a little bit slippery, so I could probably put a few loads in there as well. Maybe that is a job for possibly the digger when it's here. I really need to get them in to clean the drains down the bottom here, because when it was winter time, it was just backing up and flooding the paddocks, and they became so wet that we couldn't get on them until everything dried out big time, like later in the spring, and it sort of killed the grass too. So that really needs doing this summer. The drains just need to clean. They haven't been done in probably 25 years, so they need a good clean out. He's got to come down here anyway to do the drain, so I was thinking maybe I could just cart it in before he gets here, or give him another job and then cart it in, and then he could sort of smooth it out real nice when he's here, because he'll get it a lot better than I will and be able to track roll it Or maybe I could just try and get him to finish it off at the end. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I'd like to get these areas done. It would just tidy it up and make it so much easier in the winter time. We're getting there, bit by bit, we're getting there. Check out this maize though, it is absolutely flying. The general rule of thumb is that it should be fence high by Christmas time, and it is at least another couple of feet off the top of the fence there. That might be a little bit outdated, that rule of thumb. Maybe it should be head high by Christmas time, and it is well over my head, look at that. It's probably about another foot over my head. So it's fair humming. It loves this temperature though, this maize, this heat and humidity, it thrives on it. It is a tropical plant, but there's going to be some big crops around hopefully this year. Hopefully mine's going to be a big one too. That will pretty much wrap this video up, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Hopefully you've also had an awesome Christmas, or you are having an awesome Christmas. Looking forward to Boxing Day here. There's some good races on. There's a big one up at Pukekohe that I am interested in watching. A few races there, which will be pretty cool. Not sure if I'll get another video out this year. So other than that, I will see you in 2024. Christmas has come early this year. It's been raining off and on, but it looks like we've had quite a bit. It's over the 30 mil mark. I'm pretty sure that was empty last night.